Good morning all. Welcome to ITP Guide 6.0. Here I am going to give you an idea about version control using Git and GitHub. So moving on. First of all, I'll introduce about myself. I'm Chanudi Tharushika, a third-year software engineering undergraduate and a member at MS Club of SLIIT. So this is the content we are going to discuss in here, and let me quickly go through it. First, introduction to version control, introduction to Git, how to use Git and GitHub lifecycle on your project, best practices while using Git, and finally GitHub Student Developer Pack. So, introduction to version control. Actually, what is version control? Think that a group of members are doing a project and each member doing their function separately. But to get the final product, they have to combine all the parts done by each member into one version. To achieve this, we need version control. You might be familiar with that in your IWT module. You might be came across with the issue when you are integrating your project into a one version. But in the IT project, you need to have version control. As a solution for this, here you need to work as separately, and in the end, you need to combine all the things into one version to get a final proper version. Then, when talking about version control softwares, these are systems or tools that help to manage the version control. Okay. Benefits of version control. When talking about benefits of version control, here developers can work together from anywhere in the world without attending or meeting physically. And also, developers can see the full history of their project, as well as, most importantly, developers can revert their project into an earlier version of project if they are facing to an issue that cannot resolve. So, introduction to Git. As I previously mentioned, Git is one of the version control software, and it is the widely used modern version control software among the developers. And also, it helps to track the code base as well as identify authors and also enable the collaboration between your project. In your IT project, you need to choose Git as your version control software, and it actually acts as a connection between your local repository as well as remote repository. So let's see how to download and install Git on your machine. For this, you need to Google as Git download. So go to Git download. Here you can download Git for your Windows. If you are using a separate or different OS, then you can select your OS and then you can download and install Git for your machine. Okay. So actually, why Git? Git provides a powerful branching and merging capabilities as it's a powerful collaborative tool. And also, developers can work together from anywhere in the world without meeting each other. And also, it helps to track the code base over time as well as helps to get a full history of your changes. And also, as I previously mentioned, it's helped to revert your project into a early stable version if you came across with an issue. So, what is a remote repository? A remote repository is a version of your project that is hosted or stored in a different network or any other hosting server or any other hosting platform, which is separated from your local copy. Bitbucket, GitHub, GitLab are some of the examples for this, and in your IT project, you need to choose GitHub, and faculty will give you a GitHub classroom link. Using this link, you can make a GitHub repository and start your development. You might be familiar with this concept in your OC projects in your first year, second semester. So, moving on to how to use Git and GitHub. Here I'll show a little demonstration how to use Git and GitHub on your projects. think that this is the remote repository you have already created from your given GitHub classroom link. So you can see a button like this. Here, click on it. Then there's option view all branches. Click on it and it will redirect to a page like this. This page will display all the branches in your remote repository, and if you want to create a new branch, then click on the button new branch. Here. You can type the branch name you are going to create. Here I type it. Then click on the branch button, create new branch. Okay. I always recommend you to create a development branch without pushing all the things directly into the main branch, because in the end you need to get a stable version of your project, as well as committing pushing directly to the main branch can cause conflicts. So always try to use development branch. Okay. So let's see how to copy your remote repository into your machine. So you need to clone it. So for this, you you can see a button like this and click on it. Here you can get the link of your remote repository. You are working with the 8-member group now, so think that these are the 4 members from your group and a separate location of these persons. Then I'll show how to copy or clone the remote repository to your machine. For this, first you need to open it with git bash. Here you can write the command as git clone and then paste the link. Okay. Here you can see the project is cloned to your machine. I'll do it to this person too. Okay. Then you need to open your project with the IDE you are using, as well as with the check bash again. If you want to check all the branches in your local as well as in the remote repository, you can use the command git branch -a. Then it will display all the branches in your local as well as in the remote repository. If you want to select a specific branch for your working, then you need to type the command as git checkout branch name within double quotation. Here I'm going to select my working branch as development. Okay. Now you can see the branch is switched to the development branch. Always try to make a new branch while you are doing a new task according to the task you are doing. So here I'll show how to create a new branch. To create a new branch, type the command as git branch space branch name that you are going to create. Okay. Then you can select it as your working branch. Again, I write the command as git checkout newly created branch. Then you can make the necessary changes. Here I write. Okay. Then you can commit and push these changes into your remote branch. Before that, you need to stage them. For staging, you can write the command as git add dot. Okay. After staging them, you can commit them into your remote branch. I'll show how to commit them. Git commit -m Within double quotation, write a meaningful as well as descriptive and short commit message. I write it as added a color. Okay. Then you can pull the changes into your remote branch. For this, write the command as git push origin branch name within double quotation. Feature that color. Right. Then you need to go to the remote repository again. Here you can see a ribbon like this and click on the button compare and pull request. Then it will redirect to a page like this. Here you can select the base branch. I'll select it as development. Okay. Then click on the button create pull request. If there is any no conflicts in the file, then you can click on the merge pull request and confirm the merge. Okay. Now think that person 2 want to get the recent changes from the remote repository, his local repository. For this, also he need to open his project with the IDE he are using as well as with the git bash. Okay. Before you are making the changes, always remember to select your working branch. For here, I will select my working branch as git. Check out. Here the branch is switched to the development branch. Here I'm going to make the changes. It means person 2 is making his changes. Sorry, if we want to get the recent changes, then he can type the command as git pull. Then the recent changes will appear in your IDE. So moving to next. What are merge conflicts? When talking about merge conflicts, think that 2 person from your group making a change on the same file on the same time on the same line, and they are going to commit and push them into a remote branch. In this situation, they are when they are going to merge them, they will end up with a merge conflict. To resolve this merge conflict, they need to clear these conflicts manually and then again push the changes and merge the branches. So I'll show how to solve merge conflicts. This. Okay. I'll make a new branch. Then I select it as my working branch. Okay, the branch is switched to the newly created branch. Here I'm going to make the changes. Then I'm going to commit and push the changes into my remote branch. Then I'll push them. Here you can see there's a merge config. Then go to your remote repository again. Here again you can see a ribbon like this and click on the button compare and pull request. Then select the base branch. Then you can see an error message like this, can't automatically merge, because there is a merge config. So click on the button create pull request and then go to your IDE again and also to the Git pad. Okay. Then I'll show how to solve merge configs here. For this, first you need to type the command as git pull origin, branch name as development, as I want to get the recent changes from the development branch. Okay. Now you can see there's a merge config, and to resolve this, click on the button resolve in merge editor. So here, if you want to keep the changes in the development branch, you can click on the accept incoming, or if you want to keep the changes done by you, then you can click on the accept current, or if you want to keep the both changes, then you can click on accept combination. Here I'm going to keep the changes on the development branch, so I'll click on accept incoming. Okay, then click on the button complete merge. Then again, you can fetch them and commit and push them into your remote branch. So I'll do as name of your working branch. Here, conflict. Then again, go to your remote repository and click on pull request. Here you can see a ribbon like this again. Click on compare and pull request. Then select the base branch. I select it as development and the comparing branch as conflict merge. See, now you can you can merge and click on the button view pull request. There has no any conflict, so you can again click on the button merge pull request and confirm the merging. Okay, that's how we are solving merge conflicts. And moving on to next, Git and GitHub lifecycle on your project. These are the commands I already showed in my demonstration and hope you'll get an idea about these commands. So here I'm going to talk about git stash. Think that you are doing a task in your project. You are currently doing a task on your project and new task is assigned to you. In this case, you need to temporarily stop the task you are currently doing and develop the newly assigned task. In that scenario, you need to stash it temporarily. Because you cannot commit and push the changes you have done to the remote repository because it is incomplete. In that case, you can use the git stash command to stash the changes you have done, and then you can work on the newly assigned task. Best practices while using Git. When talking about best practices while using Git, always try to branch it out and don't Git push straight forward to master branch, because committing and pushing straight to the master branch can make conflict, as well as I previously mentioned, you need to obtain a final proper version of your project in the end. So always try to branch it out. And also, as I previously showed in my demonstration, always try to write descriptive and meaningful commit messages, because these messages enhance the collaboration between your team members. Because any member can understand what you have did in your changes. And also, do not commit unnecessary files. Always try to commit only related works. For this, you can create a gitignore file. So let's see how to create a gitignore file. For this, you need to open your project with your IDE. Think that I'm making the change and I'm going to commit and push them into my remote branch. In that case, you can see there are lots of files, because these node module files contain lots of dependencies as well as lots of unnecessary things. So I want to reduce these unnecessary files and then commit and push the changes. In that case, I can make a gitignore file. So let's see how to create it. Click on this and you can type as .gitignore. So here you can set the path then. Slash the name of the file or folder that contain in the unnecessary file. Here it's named node modules. So I'll write node modules. Here you can see the number of files reduced to 16. Then you can commit and push the changes you have done to your remote branch without the unnecessary files, only with the related work. Okay. When furthermore talking, always try to keep the repository clean and up to date, because it's important for the usability of your remote repository, as well as use pull request for code reviews, because code reviews is an important fact while you are developing, as well as you can ensure the you are doing according to the requirements because of the code reviews. So moving on to Git areas overview. This is the picture containing Git areas overview. These are the commands I already showed in my demonstration. Hope you will get an idea about these commands and the areas. You can also get an idea about from this picture. So, moving on. And I'm finally going to talk about GitHub Student Developer Pack. It's one of the flyer you can get from your university as a student. And by activating this, you can get facilities like GitHub Copilot on your IDE. It is very useful while you are developing your projects. To activate this, you need to give your student email, and I'll show how to activate it on your GitHub account. For this, go to course web. Here you can find a resource section and go to the GitHub Student Developer Pack. Click on it. Then you will redirect to a page like this, and you can see a button like this. Click on the sign up for Student Developer Pack. Scroll down and you can find a button like this again. Click on it. Then you need to sign in into your GitHub profile first, and then you will redirect to a form containing relevant fields, and here you need to give your SLIIT student name, university name, as well as you need to give an image of your student ID for the verification process. After verifying the account, then you can activate GitHub Student Developer Pack on your GitHub account, and you can develop your you can continue your developments. Okay. So I think these are everything for this session, for the GitHub session. If you have any question, you can post them on the chat window. Hope you can get an idea about the version control, Git and GitHub. So I'll wish good luck for your semester and the projects. Thank you.